Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Laura Trevino. My channel is Creative Art by LT. I'm new to YouTube, and today we're going to work on a step-by-step rhinestone design. I'll get an image from Google, and then we're going to work through how I can sometimes just copy the letters instead of going to the fonts. So we'll see what we can do. Please hang on, and I'm going to share my screen. Yeah, I was up in there earlier. So this is the one that I was looking at. So this is the image that I selected from Google, and we're going to use part of it to create a design. And I'm going to use the font that's here. I'm not going to go into the font and choose from what I have on my computer. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to move me out of the way. All right, so we're going to go ahead and trace. So I'm going to trace this, turn it up a little bit, so I'll make sure I get it all nice, clean copy. And we're going to trace it. Okay, I'm going to move that on to my 12 by 12 mat. I'm going to move this out of the way. All right, come on. And let's see, we're going to resize this. We're going to probably make it a little bit bigger. Maybe a little smaller. Okay, in just a moment, I'll zoom in. So right now I want to release the compound pass so I can get it all separated. Okay, I don't want that. I'm going to use this other one. I'm going to use these two later. And I don't like this, and I don't like this. Okay, so let me group that right here. I'm just going to group it. And I'm going to move it down. All right, so the first thing we're going to work with, let me go ahead and zoom in just a little bit so I can see. I hope I don't appear too serious. My grandchildren saw me on YouTube and told me, why was I mad, Lala? So I am very happy. So, all right, we're going to get started. I like to work with the letters individually most of the time. So we're going to go to our rhinestone panel. At the bottom, this little one down here that looks like a little diamond square type of thing. I'm going to go ahead and set my spacing at 0.015. So it's going to be as close as I can get it. I'm using SS10. And then we'll take a look and let's see. So here is the outline. That's very clean, looks pretty. This is the one that it's like a lateral, which is good, looks nice. And then this is the, what is it, spatial? Can't remember. But I like this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and do copy like that. And then we're going to go into each letter and we're going to move the little dots around. At the beginning, I'll go ahead and show you how I do every little step. Then I'll go ahead and pause it and I'll catch up so that you don't have to sit through each of the movements of the dots. Okay, but we will do a few. All right, so then here, when you have like this circle here, if I were to pick the outside circle and use my rhinestone panel, you see how this is all full? So let's go back. I'm going to group it. Group it. And I'm going to do that. Oops, same thing, but now it's got double. Okay, so we're going to go back. What we need to do is we need to select it. We need to go over to the side here, the right side, and go down to where you see the rectangle and the circle, which is the modify panel, and we're going to divide. Once we divide, it cuts out the center like. rid of it. Now I'm going to select the O. I'm going to go back to my rhinestone panel down here at the bottom. And there we are. Let's see what this one looks like. Oh, that looks pretty good. A little less work, I think. So we'll keep it. Let's go back to this one. Make sure we want to keep this one. I like the ends of the C better like this. So I'm going to keep that. All right, so let's do an F. We have two Fs. So if we do one, we can just, we don't have to do the individual. We can just keep it. So this one here, and stick with that one. I definitely like this one better. Okay, so then we're going to go here. Again, we have this space here, so we're going to have to select it. We're going to have to go to our modify panel, which is the rectangle and the circle, and you're going to divide. Click on this and get rid of that. Click on the E, go back to the rhinestone panel, and let's look at, I guess, this one. Okay, and how about this one? Choices. I don't like the bottom of that E at all, so we'll stick to this. We may have to move some things around, but that's okay. Also, if you notice me back up just a little bit, and our letters are really close, some of them here. So we'll be able to move this one over once we do this. Okay, so let's go back. I'm going to zoom in. I usually am actually quite zoomed in because it's very hard for me to see. Even with glasses, I just have a hard time with my vision. I'm a type 1 diabetic, and I've been since, young adult. So even though I wear glasses, it's hard for me to see. I also like to color, so let's color. And copy is, we'll go brown. Brown's pretty. Brown. Okay, now I'm going to go to this one, and I'm going to go back to my rhinestone panel, and I'm going to release the stones. Okay, so now they're all individual stones. And what I want to do is I want to try to fill up this spaces between the C. So my choices are usually either get it close enough to where nothing fits in there, or I can spread it out a little bit so that I can put a dot in there. Okay, so let's see. We'll start at the top, duplicate it. It's going to be tight squeeze, but we will move out some of the letter here so we can go up the top. At the end, we'll have it all down. It'll look fine. Okay, why is it not moving? There we go. It got stuck. And then here. Sometimes I feel like I'm going cross-eyed. All right. I'm not a fan of that zigzag either. But, oh well. This is too tight. See, so. Maybe we should have gone with the other one. It's okay. I'll keep going. Okay. I want to thank you for watching. I am new to YouTube, and I am trying to get things, going where I would be doing at least once a week, twice. I would love to do twice. Posting videos, things that I enjoy. My purpose is to bring some of what I enjoy to others. And I started with the rhinestones, and I love doing the rhinestones. So hopefully it will be something that you'll want to come back and watch. Doesn't usually go this slow. I don't know. I'm kind of slow today. Guess I'm tired. And I will go back and work on these designs over and over until I get them just the way I want them. So this won't be the final. I'm just gonna wanted to show you how it is that you can do this with just copying a design. I'm not going to use the whole all of it because I don't like some of the pieces of it. I know I want to go back into Google and I want to add um, some steam to come off the O. And then I would just make sure before I go, cutting this, that there's no dots touching. And let's get a little closer. We can see that. Okay. Because at one angle, it looks like they're really close. But then when you zoom in, you know, um, they're close, some of them, but not too close. We can work it out. This one here is going to be a problem right there. Okay, that's not quite spaced very good. So we're trying to fix it. It's amazing how much you can get into something. I had never done rhinestones, and I'd done vinyl, and I have a DTF printer. I do a lot of other things, and then all of a sudden rhinestones came in, and I have spent my life savings in rhinestones, and but I love it. I love it. I love them. I'm all about the bling. Um, so that makes me very happy. All right, so come back up here, check this one, see if I can get this in here just a little bit more. Open it up a little bit. Okay. Some people don't have the patience, but it's therapeutic. And at least we use flock, right? And we don't have to hand put each one. That would be a little bit much. You just roll it in with flock. For those that don't know me, I am a retired educator. I was a PE teacher for 26 years. And then I went into the classroom and taught math. While I was doing that for the next 2 years, I went and got my a degree in mid-management, and I became an administrator. I was an assistant principal, and then I was also a dean of instruction, which is like a principal of curriculum. And just retired after 34 years. My husband and I both retired, as well as my mother. Um, and so now we are all finding our way. And I have taken up this. And I feel I have a purpose, you know, when I'm doing these things, trying to be very careful not to make a mess of this. All right, so this looks pretty good. Um, of course, I will go back and before I cut it, do anything with it and make sure that it's not touching. But it looks pretty good. Okay, now I like to group it because I want to slide it over. So I'm going to go as far as I can, shift, and I'm going to select those that are not selected. And I'm going to right click in a group. I'm going to make a compound path. Okay, when they all go, that means you selected them all. I'm going to go back and color the brown. And I'm just going to slide over just a little bit. Now let's go ahead and zoom out. Okay, the O looks pretty good. We may want to add a stone or two here. So let's go ahead and slide it a little bit. And I'm going to go to my rhinestone panel. I'm going to release the stones. And let's just add one here. So right click, duplicate. And let's try this side over here. Oops. Right click, duplicate, come up. Kind of flat. No, I don't like that either. Okay, but if you look down here, this one looks better. All right, let's just take those off. Let's not do that because I didn't like the way it looked. Okay, we'll just leave it. Once you get the stones in, it's beautiful. All right, let's go to the next one. The F. Move this one over. Move over, move over. Okay, so this one definitely needs a little help. It also appears a little bit smaller, but we'll see. Okay, rhinestone panel. I'm going to release the stones, and then I'm going to add. So right click, duplicate. Right click, duplicate. Get enough in there till I feel happy. And then I'll go through and I'm going to spread it out to make sure that everything fits and that the letter looks good, not wonky. Love that word. And almost there. Okay, down here. Duplicate. I'm going to zoom in just a few seconds. And duplicate. Okay, so now let's zoom in, get a little closer. You can see what we're doing here. All right, so this is already super tight. Okay, so I wouldn't want to spread from that side because it's already too tight. So let me fix my center of this here. Maybe I want to come up just a little bit, As long as you can space them and they look okay, they don't get too far out of shape, you should be good. I'm just kind of going faster so I can get it set. All right, here. So that's in the middle. Maybe a little bit of space here. This fits fine. Good. It's okay. This one here. Okay, now let's check the spacing. So I don't want them too far apart. It's the whole purpose is the 15 so that they're not far apart. Add another one, right click, duplicate, come in. Okay, now one thing I want to definitely say is that everyone does it different. I watch Craftable Things with Patrice, and I did the beginner's rhinestone class with her and with Eve from the Baby's Booty, and I learned from them, and then I just developed what works for me. So I mean that's the way it is for everyone. So no one is wrong. If this is not going to work for you, then you should definitely watch someone that's going to give you the basis of what it is that you're missing so that you can do this. And I understand some people are never going to want to do it. You know, it's just not their cup of tea. And that's fine. I don't like this little narrow end on this F. I don't like the way that looks. So let me see if I can get that better. If you do like the video, please like and subscribe. I would like to also, if you could, leave a comment, something that you're interested in seeing, you know, so I can know what else I could put out there that you might be interested in. Okay, that's good. So let me select it all. Right click, group, make a compound pass. Go back and get my color. I'm going to go back and color it brown. Now, I don't want to have to do that again, so I'm going to duplicate this one. Right click, duplicate the whole thing. I'm going to slide it into position over here. Get rid of that back one. Put this one here. Alrighty. So let's go ahead and go to the E. And when let's see a little bit more about myself while we work here. I am a grandmother. I have 4 grandchildren. I have 3 boys and 1 girl. And I have 3 children of my own, 2 of which are married and have the children, the grandchildren. And then 1 is 23 years old. He's the youngest, and he is not married and does not have any children. So I'm extremely happy with my grandkids. They're a lot of fun. I take care of them a lot. A couple of them. The 2 that live here in the same town with me, I get to take care of them. I get to see them. And they're the 2 that I'm keeping them this week, and I put them on to see me on YouTube. And the oldest one was like, "Why are you mad?" I'm like, "I'm not mad." And then the other one said, "You whisper." So I am trying not to do those things, but apparently I do them. Okay, let me zoom in. I don't know if you can see very well, but it's looking much better. That eave's looking much better. I think these are kind of far apart. Okay, of them to make it look okay. It's just like a tiny little smidge, but you want to make sure it still looks right. And then once we do that, these get a little bit tight. And some cutters are going to not be able to cut that tight little thing, and you just have like a big group of holes. So I use a Graphtec. I have a Silhouette. I also use Silhouette, but not to cut my dots anymore because when I started doing the rhinestones, I started having issues with my Silhouette. At the time I had 2 and broke them both. They wouldn't cut anything. And then my husband and I got one going. The other one we had to just put in the trash because we had it in pieces and could not get it to work. Okay, so this looks pretty good. Let's back up so we can just take a look at it and see. Yeah, that looks fine. Okay, so then let me group them. Make sure I have all of them. If I don't, you'll know when you do the compound pass because it won't change. Okay, so then we're going to group them, and then we're going to make a compound pass. See, there's one right there, that one that's brown. Make sure you can see good. That one was not grouped. So then I'm going to shift, because I've already got this other selected. I'm going to select that one, right click, and group. Now I'm going to make a compound pass, and everything went back to clear. And I'm going to make it brown. I'm going to duplicate, because we need 2 E's for coffee. All right, so let's back up and let's get our word to look like. All right, so now let's undo this one. I'm going to ungroup it. Okay, I do want to group my until, because I need to make that larger, because that is tiny. So I'm going to make it larger. In the center. Let's look at wine as well. The W, I, E. I guess we can do that one too. All right, so we're going to make that larger as well. Oh, go back. When we hit the back arrow, I don't know if you saw, I did not include these. So the shift, got to include these little center pieces here. And later we'll use the divide. Okay, so we're going to group that, and we're going to get it to the desired size. Oh, wine looks very small. I'll move it. No worries. Okay, move this one up. Okay, so let's see. All right, so then we're going to go ahead and we're going to go to until. And for until, I am thinking I want color. I'm thinking that I want to for the rhinestone panel, just do the outline. So let's see. Not bad. Yeah, I'm thinking I just want to do the outline on this one. So hopefully it's not tiny compared to copy. It's okay, because we're going to add some, I think I'm going to add some steam here, and then we'll do these wine splashes on this side. So that should help, right? And then wine. Okay, so let's see. I think I want these bigger. Yeah, I like that bigger. Okay, so let's go over here and choose this one. What about this one? Much better. Let's pick a color here. Let's go with let's go lighter, because I wanted the little splash to be a different color. Okay, and then this one the same thing. And go to the rhinestone panel. And was it this one? No, it's this one. There we go. I don't know. Let's look again. Let me make it bigger so everybody can see it. It's either that or that. I don't like that. Okay, I'm gonna do this. All right, so I'm not sure we'll be able to do much, but we might be able to spread it out and get a few on the inside there. Because I love the way the outside looks. It looks complete. It looks like an actual drop. So I like that part. Be nice if I could get one more in here. Okay, so then now I need to work it out to where I can make it a little bit bigger. If we push one, we got to push the other so that we make it even. Okay, move that out of the way just a little bit. All right, so then we're going to go here, make it bulge a little bit more, a little more teardroppy. Okay, now we'll go on this side. Okay, that looks better. Yeah, and I go back and forth all night long. These here, they're the same. So I could just keep these and not have to do that, right? So we'll do this and duplicate it. Bring them over here. And then when I turn them around, they're upside down. So we're going to go up to the top, object, and we're going to mirror, and I want to say it's vertical. Yeah. So like this, and then we'll take these out of the way. Oops. Uh-oh. Let me ungroup. Ungroup. Now they should be free. And if we want to change this, we can do this. And let me just get the first one. I'm going to select as much as I can, then I'm going to shift. Zoom in. There we go. Now I can see. And do this. Make sure I have all of them in a box. Right click and group. And then we'll know if we got them all when we do the make a compound pass. Yes, we did. Color it back. Real quick. Select all this. Right click and group. Make a compound pass. And get the color again. Okay, so let's make it a little more out like this. I think that's what it was. Not like that. All right, so let's back up so we can take a look. I know I go in and out, but I think we're okay. We're almost done. All right, so the W. Okay, ungroup. Okay, let's see. Let's make it, I'll color it that color, right? Already I know that this part here, I'm gonna have to do something with that. And this one here. So let me go ahead and get rid of that. So I'm gonna select the E because I want that circle, that little top of the E to go away. So I'm gonna go over to my modify panel and I'm gonna divide. Okay, and remove it. Okay, so these two are the same thing. So click on this one, go to the modify panel, hit divide, and ta-da! That's a pretty color wine. I love that color. Okay, so let's go to the W. Remember, if I'm going to probably have to go through this because I think we're taking too long. But we'll see. All right, so go to the rhinestone, and we'll check this one. Okay, let's look at the linear one. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like the way it makes this look jagged. I like the smoothness. It does look like I'm gonna have to do a lot of work, or what I can do is maybe get a little bit closer and just fill in the gaps. So it won't be too bad. Just need to make sure that this looks good. What did this look like? Let me see something. Okay, so it has the same thing here. It's got a little one and a big one. We may not want that one. We'll see. All right, here we go. Right, and then I want to move that E over because that's super tight. Maybe we'll move. That's what's it's connected. Because I kind of want to spread it out a little bit. I mean, I can take it apart, but we'll see. All righty, let's go ahead and do the eye. I know it's nice, but I don't like that. Well, what do you think? Kind of like a little soldier. I don't like it. And the little dot here. Cute. And the E here. All right. So we will start with the W. And I'm probably just going to do quickly on the N because that's going to take a long time. The I is done. And there's only a little bit that needs to be done on this E. So let's do the E. So we'll feel accomplished. Once we do, let's go ahead and zoom in. Sorry, I got you too close. There we go. So we're gonna, it's already been released. All right, so let's see. Try to fill this in. Hmm. Okay, not too bad. Okay, duplicate. Hmm. Feel it kind of odd here, but let's back up. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and go on. Let me go ahead and see if I can group these. I do like to do, I know, I like to group them as I go. Zoom in, so I know I missed some. So if you can look, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little square around each of the dots. And so that tells me who did not get selected. Right click, group, right click, make a compound pass. Everybody's in here. We'll go to the color and nice. Okay, so back up a little bit. Go to the W. Back up a little bit more. Sorry, searching. Okay, W. But the W is connected here apparently. Okay, we'll see. Yes, that released the N as well. Okay. Let's see, let's start here. I like that this was kept intact, so that's pretty easy. I don't think I should mess with it because it still looks pretty good. I might want to do this. Just to kind of, this one has enough space. We can have a stone in here. See if I can get one more in here. Okay. Now these are too close, so there's nothing I can do. If we really wanted to, we could kind of bring them in a little bit more so it doesn't look like such a huge gap. And once I get it a little more, then I go back, and if I don't like something, I can go back and straighten it out a little bit. So that's already crooked right there, I can tell. Sometimes also, instead of just going straight, I kind of pull it. And I'll go back. Okay, so that's a little more narrow there. So it kind of makes it seem to flow correct for me. Like I said, everything is a personal preference for what you feel. Okay, so that's tight, so I'm not going to go there. I don't think one's going to fit here. Maybe. Yeah, that's all right. Might be able to get through that. Do another one. So I can get another one. Yeah, that looks better. About here. Big gaps. And we're at the bottom. All right, so at the bottom of this W, let's see. We would definitely probably want to fill this in, but we don't want to lose the line. So, because that's what gives you the whole full view. I think that's okay. All right. And we'll go up here. We're good. Not sure if we can get one in between here. Maybe. Doesn't change much if I do that. Okay. Let's duplicate here. I don't think one fits here. No, no. So we'll just go like this. Maybe just to kind of fill up that white space. Duplicate. Okay. Duplicate. We're almost done with the W, which is pretty good because that was going to take us a little bit longer. Okay. And then this point on the W is connected to here. Don't really like that because to me, it's not quite fitting there. But I don't want to be the one to mess it up. But look, this here too. It's going to go up. That's connected here. Okay, well, for right now, we'll just let it go. And I'll kind of adjust them and see if I can get that to work out. Okay, better. All right, so let's see if we can get one here. Try to go through this. Now, I could have easily just looked at the picture and I could have gone to my fonts. And I have quite a few fonts that are already rhinestones. And I could have done that. But, you know, today I decided we'd do it like this. Maybe next time we'll do that. We'll go to different fonts and turn, you know, a cursive one to make it look better and fit the section better. And but this is just one way of doing this, especially when there's something that you really like and you want to just, you like that design, but you just want a rhinestone. So you can do it. Let me see. All right, so then I'm going to come here. I think it's about right here. And I'm going to select these few. Oh no. That are along this line. Nope. And I'm going to nudge it just ever so slightly to bring it closer. Okay. Because I don't want that big gap there. I don't like that gap. This goes out. That's sorry. Okay, so that looks much better. We're almost done with this. Let's do this. Bring it down. Make it just like a little loop. That looks okay. I'll get rid of this. I'll get rid of this. It's too wide. Let's just straighten it out. We just lost that second little thing because I didn't like that. I didn't like the way it looked. As long as we can kind of keep these in a nice path, we should be fine. All right, get rid of this. Okay, so let's back up and let's see what we got. I need to look at that eye because there's something there. Okay, so far that looks good to me. Really good. I just think there's an overlapping stone right there. Until is good. Is it in the center? Let me just see about that. Okay, we're going to group them right now by color. Okay, so the eye looks good. Okay, so now let's back up. The only thing that I did not do yet that I wanted to do was the little steam from here, but I can do that later and I can show you. So we're going to go ahead and group them by color just to make sure. So we're going to go to edit. At the very bottom here, select by color. You're going to get this panel. So you want to by fill. So these are all the colors here that you have. So this one are the two here. And we're going to right click on those and we will group those. So those two just will move together. So that's good. See? All right. So then we're going to go here. And these were all undone. The only thing I'm worried about, I did not release the compound pass on the eye, the top of the eye. So it may turn back to just a circle. If so, we'll go and we'll do it. So let's check. Right click, group. Right click, make a compound pass. See this one right here, because we didn't release it. So let me go back, and I need to ungroup too. There we go. So here we are. Let me go to the rhinestone panel, and I'm going to select this. I'm still grouped. Come on. There you go. It's got the glitchies. Okay, it's ungrouped. Well, okay. So now back to our edit, select by color. I love this when I found this. I didn't know about it for a while. Right click, I'm going to group. And we always have to make a compound pass so that all of them are like corralled together. We're going to pick our wine color because it's pretty. Okay, let's go back to our edit, select by color. We're going to go to the gray, which is the until. Selected it, right click. I'm going to group. I'm going to make a compound pass. I want to go back and color it, and I just picked that color. It doesn't have to be that color. When you, oh, look at the dot. I did it again. Let's go back. And let's ungroup. And let's select that dot. Go to the rhinestone panel. Release the stones. Now it's released. Now we're going to go to edit, select by color, go to the gray, right click, group, right click, make compound pass. Everything's good. Go back and color gray. Okay, so let's see. I know we did copy, so but we're going to go check it again. Select by color. There's your brown. Right click. We're going to group them. Okay, and brown. Okay, so there we have it. It's similar to the design, right? It's over here. It is very similar to design. I lost some of the things, these little features. I don't like those, but it's okay. Now, one thing that if you see to the end on the shirt, I will have probably some little steam coming out of the coffee, the O on the coffee. So let me go back and stop sharing. I hope that this is really, really helpful to some beginners. I try to go step by step. Sometimes I think you already know where everything is, or you're familiar with it. It is the Silhouette Business Edition, if I didn't say it. And I will be putting out more videos, and hopefully I'll be getting a little better, a little more comfortable with the camera. I never thought I would have camera fright, but I do for some reason. And I'm usually really loud and hyper, and I'm feeling really stressed with the videos and the camera and talking to myself and all that. But I hope you stick with me. And if you like the content and you want to see more, please hit the like button and subscribe. Thank you, and stay to the end because I've got the card at the end that'll have the picture. Thanks.